Hello, hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Energy Report of February 9th, 2020. Oh, I don't know about you, but this weekend has been a beautiful time of different energies coming in, the full moon coming in, and my computer is talking to me. So we're going to take care of that so it'll stop talking to us while we're listening to that. There we go. Hello, Shad. How are you? All right, so we got the computer silent for just a second. We are going to be doing the energy card reading for the week of February 9th, 2020. Before we get too deep into the cards, I just wanted to share what I've been picking up that's going to be happening for this weekend. I keep getting frequency or waves, like I was seeing wavelengths, kind of like, like waves moving of sound, vibrations, ripples. It's going to be very important this week to monitor and pay attention to what you listen to, what shows you watch, what music you allow yourself to listen to. I'm hearing 432 hertz is going to be excellent for deep healing this week. So if you know any YouTube videos that do have those binaural beats, frequencies, get on there and check out those 432 hertz deep healing. And that's also going to allow you to anchor some of these energies. Oh, thank you, Shad. This is going to allow you to harness some of these energies that will allow you to anchor what is coming in with this Leo full moon. Remember, we're also on the tail end of that indecision card. So you may have some options floating up in the air as you came into the weekend of just some things to think about. So going into quiet meditation and listening is going to be very, very important. I hear that a lot of you are having prayers answered, but you're not listening to your guides, letting you know where to find these. That prayers are being answered, and you're going to have to listen to spirit in order to find the next steps. Okay, that's very important. I am also getting a really weird reading, and I'm just going to read it to you that I came up with. It is Morse code, and I got a sense of hijacked signals. Some of us are not going to feel like we're thinking like ourselves, okay? Some of us are going to feel like we've almost had our intellect or our thoughts hijacked. So if you are having that, just know that Spirit is telling me right now that is telepathy opening up within you. So you might actually be picking up on some friends or family, or even your soul family from your collective coming in at this time and giving you messages. So that's where the listening, there it is, it connects, of course. It's where the listening comes in. Okay. I've also been seeing a lot of military activity in the United States. I don't know about everybody else abroad. I apologize. But I discussed this with a friend, and she brought a great insight that I want to share with you all. Heads up to Angie Ditto. She does wonderful readings. If you'd like a reading with her, just let her know. She's a part of this group, and I back her 100%. She is very clear and concise. And she really has an amazing connection to the angel spirits if you are into angel spirits and all that. So I also wanted to let you know that the military is moving. I feel like there's not going to be a lot of public announcements about this. It's a lot of private sector type stuff going on, and that is just clearing out the old. Remember, we're clearing out the old and beginning new with this Ouroboros Leo moon, the snow moon. The snow is very cleansing, purifying. Remember that? So the snow moon has been very purifying, and it's also going to be setting up some of the new world energies that we're coming into, that new earth energy. Also, I wanted to share with you an amazing dream that I had as Neptune's been playing around, and all these other planets have been playing around with our intentions and our dreams and our manifestation. I had a crazy UFO dream where I was like literally laying in bed, and I wasn't even asleep. It was more like a vision, but it felt like a dream, but it felt real at the same time, but I knew I was wide awake. It was insane. And so I feel like maybe some of you have had this, and I'd love for you to share in the comments if you had. But I was laying in bed, And all of a sudden, these 4 extraterrestrials appeared at the edge of my bed. And they said, "Would you like to come with us?" And I said, "Well, sure." Because it was in my, I thought it was a dream. It was in my head. I was like, no big deal. It's fine. We'll go for it. So I went with them up to their ship, and this ship was orbiting around Earth. I could see, the clouds moving. I could see continents, the ocean moving underneath from their ship. It was very silver, crystalline colors in the ship, blues and greens. And they said it was time for me to go through a conscientious, so they asked for my consent, a conscientious upgrade. An upgrade with my consent. They said that they've been working with me since I was little, and they've been working with a few of you as well, I'm sure. But they wanted to help me unlock the abilities within these extra strands of DNA that we are going to be unlocking and unraveling. And with some of that comes some extrasensory powers, superhuman powers as they're called. They said that they'll unlock within our DNA as we evolve, and this is just kind of a vision showing me of what's to come. They took me up into the UFO, and I'm sitting there, and I asked their names. They said that I could not pronounce their names with my human throat and tongue, but we were speaking telepathically, and I got a beautiful image. And the guy said the first ET said his name was Ralph, and the other one, his partner, who was kind of a science guy, he had like a lab coat looking thing on with a clipboard and chart and everything, just making sure I was doing okay, not panicking, freaking out. His name was Seamus, which I thought was really funny, that Ralph was the one guy's name. I said, "Are you sure it's not Alf, like the alien?" And he didn't think that was funny, and people that aren't 90s kids will not understand that joke. But it was just funny for me. But anyways, they took me into this room and they said, "So are you ready for your upgrade?" And I said, "Yes." And as they took me into this room, they took me into like an aquarium looking room where there were these blue jellyfish type creatures moving in a tank. Well, they took one of the jellyfishes out and they had me lay down, and they placed the jellyfish on my third eye and my crown, just like right on top of my head on the front. And they said, "All right, well, we're gonna have this creature help you unlock some DNA strands." So they took me up to 2, and then 4, and then 6, and then 8. And they said, "Do you feel like you could go higher?" I said, "Sure." So they took me up to a 10. And I said, "Well, usually for people's first time, this is high as we take them. We're just going to take you up to a 10. And I said, "Well, why don't you try to take me up one more? Let's just, because I was like, this is just a vision. This is just a dream. Let's go up one more." Well, of course, the moment they did that, I got a little overwhelmed. I started shaking just a little bit, not a lot, it was more like I was cold. And then I kind of got a headache, and I kind of felt like I didn't pass out, but just kind of got a little woozy in my head. So that was a little too much, but they left it there. And I said, no, don't take it back down. Just let it settle. Let my body adjust to this new energy. So they let it adjust, and I was fine after that. So just wanted some of you to know some of these upgrades you're going to be going through. It's going to make you feel a little woozy, a little disoriented, some vertigo happening in your bodies. Just let it happen and let it acclimate, okay? That's what I'm hearing. And this is the 12-strand DNA activations that are going to be coming through this week. And for some of us, and then for others, it has already happened. For others, it is to come, okay? So it all happens when it's perfect for you. Also, you need to be paying attention to your dreams. So since we're talking about dreams, that's important. Then at the end of that dream, they took me into another room where they tested my DNA strands, and they said I did fine, I was accepting it well, and my body was energetically available for it. And then they brought out this little kind of table that had like balls and wood blocks and some metal bars and stuff, and they asked me if I could move any of these with my mind. And so I started moving them in all kinds of fun ways, and they were laughing, we were having a good time. And then I thought, what if I can move that table? So I lifted the table up, and Seamus freaked out. He grabbed the table and set it down. He said, "You're not supposed to be able to lift something that heavy with your mind." And then Ralph had to remind him that they did take me up to an 11, so I was capable of doing that. So just remember, when you accept higher energies in, you can do things that others might not think you are capable of, but you are. You have to believe in yourself. That was just a beautiful message from my dream. And then it was so neat. They also taught me that I could astrally project with the different energy bodies. You can astrally project with your astral self, with your mental self, your etheric self, and your actual physical body. So they showed me how to differentiate between those feelings and those different levels of astral projection, because they had me like go in and out of one room, and they had a kind of a computer that like a camera that could see it, like almost like night vision, but they could see which energy body I was working with, and they walked me through how to do that. So you're receiving messages in your dreams and in your, flashes of insight and in your daydreams of how to adjust to these new energies. You're being guided. So it goes all the way back to that, listen, be aware of what you're putting into your body, because as you ascend, as your energy gets higher, you might not need as much fatty foods. You might find you're good with salads and fresh vegetables, fresh things, and blessing your food if you never have before. You might find that you are thankful and grateful for the plate before you. That's going to be very important moving forward, is being aware of what we have and gratitude and thankfulness for what we are given. I was also shown this week that during your meditation, practice the Om sound. Do the Om in lotus position, okay? So when you're in meditation, that's crossed your legs with your palms on top of your knees, back straight, chin relaxed, and head kind of down a little bit, not a lot, but just chin relaxed. Eyes open or eyes closed. You can meditate on flame, as we have here in the picture, or you can keep your eyes closed and meditate on a mantra. The mantra that you're given this week is Om. So that is all about creation, new. So remember, as we're closing the old timelines, closing the old paradigms, we're creating new ones. And this Om energy is going to help us shift into that creative mindset. So without further ado, let's get into the cards today. I've already set out the cards, shuffled them. I did some sage and all that fun stuff. Oh, I guess I could just leave it there. And let's look at the first card that comes up. Okay, so we have indecision showing up. Like I said, that it is carrying over from last week. Indecision is carrying over from last week's energy report. We're still dealing with stuff. There's still some stuff up in the air. The final decision hasn't been made yet, as of kind of Monday, Tuesday, Sunday energies. But if you listen to your spirit guides and you get an answer, that's your answer, okay? Don't doubt it. Don't try to find 15 other sources. Don't have 12 other people do you readings or doubt yourself. Listen. That first answer, that first gut instinct you get, that first message that comes through, that's the one, okay? Be sure to listen to that one, or you're going to be struggling with this indecision throughout the rest of the week, I'm hearing, okay? It's going to really trip you up. And also, just be aware and that you ask that any message or information that comes through, and even before you go to bed, ask that your dreams and messages that you receive during your subconscious dream time is for your highest good. And when you wake, you will remember your messages, okay? And put that intent in there. Also, make sure that any decision or reading you do for these things, even this reading right here, ask that the messages that you hear today are for your highest good, and they be translated for your highest good, so that it is purifying, cleansing, and ascending energies. The next card as we move into Wednesday is going to be a woman holding a heart. All right, which is funny because that's going to bring us right into Valentine's Day energies on Thursday, right? Thursday? Yep, I think Thursday. So the number is 44. That is a master number of family, stability, commitment, community. So keep in mind, all you single folks out there, if you are searching for love, this might be the perfect time that Mr. Right or Mrs. Right walks into your life, or someone walks into your life and gives you a different perspective on what love is. If you are partnered, This is going to be a very deepening connection. I'm also seeing that you're going to be dreaming about one another, and this might be that telepathy coming through, because look at the butterfly on her forehead. That's the third eye opening up, which is funny because look, here's the blue flower we have here opening up, which I set there representing the third eye energy. So it's great that my setup is matching the cards that are coming through and the messages that are coming through. That telekinesis might be coming out too, so you might notice that pictures fall off of a wall, things are moving, things are going crazy. You're not being haunted by a poltergeist. You need to ground your energies, get into that lotus position, and say Om, and connect to your heart space, and create, right? Oh, hello. Good morning. Good morning from Arkansas. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're having a beautiful day, and thank you. Okay, so remember, connect to your heart space, and that's going to lead you to your true heart's desire, okay? So that's beautiful. So we have the indecision at the beginning of the week where some of us are still dealing with that, and then our heart's desire comes through, the true heart's desire, towards Wednesday, Thursday. Now, you know how energy readings work and oracle readings work. This doesn't always go date by date exactly like I want it to. Sometimes when Spirit says soon, or when they say Tuesday, it could be Tuesday 200 years from now. Or it could be Tuesday, this Tuesday. We never know. It's whenever you're energetically available for it. So if you're just coming in and you're finding these cards, you might want to rewatch this when it's repost to listen to some of the stuff that I spoke about with our frequency, with our diet, about listening to your spirit guides, about listening to spirit, quiet meditation, and getting in the lotus position to be in this place to receive your true heart's desire today, okay? That flame of inspiration is not going to come through if you're not ready. It's going to leave you in indecision. All right, so let's see. The last card is a woman holding a coin. Okay, beautiful. So here's what this card tells me. Whatever decision comes through in midweek here is going to lead you into a prosperous and abundant place in your life. Spirit isn't going to lead you down a path that's going to destroy you or leave you heartbroken or leave you penniless. Nope, nope, nope. Not anymore. That type of thing is not happening. If you follow your heart, if you're meditating and you really listen to your intuition, see the intuition from the butterfly? If you listen to your heart and you listen to your intuition and connect in there, you are going to have a prosperous week. Okay, and you're going to have prosperity going into the next week as well. I'm also hearing you're having prosperity moving into the next season because I'm seeing the white flowers here and the flowers around her neck. This is the Lady of Spring along with the butterflies. There's going to be something new here. But the cat is warning us, the black cat is warning us to pay attention to our spirit guides. Pay attention to the energies around us. You know, cats are very sensitive to emotions and energies. If you've ever owned a cat, you know this. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little choked up while channeling this information, so that is confirmation that we are right on track. Some of you that are having allergies to animals, you might also find that your allergies are shifting and you're able to be in certain spaces. You also might find that if you have had cats all your life, you might be shifting to a space where you cannot. So that's going to be interesting to see how a lot of our bodies handle these new energies. You might be developing sensitivities. You know, some people develop sensitivities to gluten, which we now know can calcify the pineal gland, along with fluoride, different things like that. Pay attention to your entire diet. The people you let yourself around, the toothpaste you buy, the deodorant you're using, are you constantly putting chemicals on your physical body that's going to lower your vibration and cause you to stay in this indecision energy? Raise your vibration as high as you can through meditation, clearing your diet, clearing what you listen to, clearing what you watch, listening to good positivity, finding different ways to raise your vibration. That's very, very important today. and going through this week. Actually, just for the rest of your life, really. Just stay in a good, positive energy. Because some of these things that are going on are going to scare the collective, okay? You guys are different. We are set apart. We are the alchemists. We are the healers. We are the energy workers. We are the oracles. We are the psychics. We are the messengers, you know? We're the warriors that go first through the fire. We're the front lines, you know? We're the ones that are bringing in these new energies and anchoring them. So we've got this. This is our job. For everybody else in the world, they're going to be stuck in this indecision point, okay? Because they don't know how to connect to their true heart spaces, and they might even lose some abundance if you're not connecting to your heart space. I'm seeing that by the card kind of tilting backwards. It's one of those things you can fall backwards if you try to attach yourself too much to the material. Don't do these things so that you can be successful. Do these things because they feel good. Do these things because they feel right. If this doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Let it go. Take what you need. You know, I am perfectly okay with Spirit guiding you to the information you need. And I thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Share this video. Let your friends and family see kind of a forecast of their week if you'd like. That way we can get more sacred alchemists in here. And just remember to connect to your heart space. Do everything through your heart. And this is the last channel I'm receiving. I'm sorry, I just saw a pendulum moving, so that means my time's kind of running out. So I gotta hurry up for you guys because you're losing attention and focus. I know, I do too, but I talk too much. But there are a lot of people walking around on Gaia right now, walking around on Earth, that have severed the tie from their head and their heart. So they just think in logic, they just think in facts, they just think in black and white data. Don't be that moving forward. Learn how to reconnect to your heart. Use your intuition, use your compassion, use your humanity. Use the part of you that makes you you, okay? That makes you human, that makes you connect. Yes, we have spirit guides. Oh, hello from Arkansas. Hello, Hawaii. Thank you. I'm glad you're watching this at, right at night. You can set that intention, to have all your dreams be for your highest good and receive clear messages, right? So do that tonight and every night, as you will receive wonderful messages from your spirit guides. Because if you wake up remembering a dream, it wasn't just a dream, it was a message. So let's pray for those messages to come in. And as we raise our vibe, we literally heal the tribe. So change starts with you. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Connect to your intuition, connect to your heart center, okay? And help guide people through these indecisive times. Help guide people through these difficult moments in life, okay? Because there are going to be some difficult times in this week. There are going to be some shakeups. That's why it's telling you to connect to your heart center so that you can understand, speak your truth from that space, not from a place of pain, not from a place of judgment, but from a place of heart and compassion and love for your fellow man, okay? Because it's going to end up really good for everybody if we can remember to stay centered. So I'm going to repeat that message for you guys throughout this week on the Healing Alchemist page here. And I really want you to just remember why you're here. Remember your purpose. You are loved. We're all in this together. You are never alone. I mean, I'm sitting here going, oh, I shouldn't do this video at 11 o'clock at night. Nobody's going to be watching. Nobody's going to be paying attention. And here you all are. So that's just confirmation that anytime I do this, you're always going to be there. That should be confirmation for you. Anytime you call upon spirit, anytime you show up, you will not be alone. Okay? I love you all. Take these messages and let them channel into your heart and anchor them down into the earth and into Gaia today. Thank you all so much. Many blessings. Bye-bye.